Hello and welcome to a special edition of the RockCast, a podcast made by Rockhurst University students for Rockhurst University students and anyone interested in life at Rockhurst. We have finals coming up, so the students are pretty busy right now, but we wanted to include a special edition of the RockCast this week where we will talk with Beatrice Chambo, who is a senior originally from Tanzania in East Africa. And she came over to the US to study. Ended up transferring into Rockhurst a year or two ago, and we had a great conversation. She talks about coming over, learning new culture, learning new ways of doing things, how to deal with cold weather. She talks about her work with Catholic Charities, and she started there actually buying food for refugees who are coming in and having to quarantine in hotels. She talks about that experience, and then she talks about working with farmers, refugees who are farmers and getting into the farming business, helping them get everything registered, getting stuff.
My names are Beatrice Chambo. I am a senior here at Rockhurst, looking to graduate this December. I come from Tanzania, that's in Eastern Africa. I've been in the United States for 4 years. I came for school. Started at MCC and transferred here last spring, 2020. Initially, I did not know that you could come from abroad and go straight into college, because I never even were looking at universities in America. I thought they were very expensive. And I come from a middle income family, and my dad is the only breadwinner, and I have a brother and a sister who are already abroad. So when I found out about the option that I could come to a city in the United States that was relatively, I could say, affordable to live in. And also the tuition wasn't too high. I thought my dad could afford that, and he did, because he put me through school for the 2 years that I was at MCC. So that's what drew me to MCC specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I got there, I really enjoyed the diversity of the campus that I went to, because I did go back and forth between Penn Valley and Maplewoods. So they were very different. Maplewoods was largely white, and also it was way out from the city that I thought that I expected. But Penn Valley was kind of like in the center, and it was very diverse with people from very different backgrounds. So I really enjoyed that about it, and I was glad that I went there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And what brought you over to Rockhurst then?
Well, so I'm doing economics, and I do know that Rockhurst has one of the best economics departments where I could learn more about that degree. And also I wanted to do something with international relations, so I could work with the UN. I come from my country has one of the largest refugee camps, so I really wanted to be able to work with UNHCR and all the UN programs that I could be able to assist with refugee situation in my country, because we're kind of next to Congo, Burundi, Rwanda, where they do have a lot of immigrants migrating to my country. So yeah, and that program was either here or MCC. I mean, either here at Rockhurst or UMKC. And Rockhurst is relatively smaller. That means the classes are also much smaller, and there's more one-on-one interactions with the professors. And kind of everyone knows everyone in the campus. It feels more close than I would go to a bigger campus.
Okay. And how did you get involved in Catholic Charities?
I was in a class with Dr. Jennifer Inella, and she received an email about a position that they were looking for. So she passed it along, and I applied for the position. And since I'm bilingual, I speak Swahili, I think that was kind of an advantage, because they do use interpreters. And my initial role with Catholic Charities was with New Roots for Refugees program. What they do is they help refugees who have already settled in the United States to establish new roots and kind of get integrated in the culture. I think nowadays people are looking more into eating local and supporting local businesses. So we did have a lot of people who farmed, so they sell at farmers markets. So my job was to teach them the business side of farming, because most of them had already learned how to farm. They came from their home countries with that knowledge to do that. Okay. So they needed more to understand how it works here. You need farmers insurance, you need credit in case you need more loans to get money and also fund your business. What does it mean to keep records of your sales and filing taxes at the end of the year. So stuff like that, mostly business side of farming.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you like that?
That was amazing, actually. I really enjoyed doing that. First of all, I did not know anything about farming, even though I come from a country where agriculture is like the nation's economy relies on agriculture. I didn't really farm. So I kind of spent some time in the farm. We did some cleaning, and sometimes we had like picnics in the farm and met with them while they were working in their farms. So like I think that was really amazing. And also we did a lot of like workshops. So I also in the process myself learned because I didn't grow up here. So I got to learn about credit, like about taxes, and like getting loans from banks. What does that look like for small businesses? I really got to learn so much about that. And also I met refugees from countries that I did not even know existed. So I think that really opened up my eyes to the whole issue of refugees, not just in terms of like where I come from or in Africa, but globally what that looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you were talking to them and teaching them, was that in English, in Swahili, or?
So we had people from different countries. So I would translate occasionally in Swahili. But we also had people that spoke Burmese, spoke Chin, spoke Kireni. And these were mainly from Burma or Myanmar. People know it that way mostly. And then we had people from the Congo where they speak French, they speak English, they speak Swahili. So we did incorporate interpreters in the process. But where they needed me, I also translated in Swahili.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in addition to teaching them about the business side of farming, you also helped with buying food. Is that correct?
Yes. So actually started really far. That was my initial position with Catholic Charities.
Okay.
And that was a year-long internship that I did starting last year, October to this year, July. And then they offered me a new position with the refugee migrant services. So I do work under resettlement and placement. So what we do is receive them. So we would get notification from USCCB. And they will notify us that like this case they're coming is maybe a family case of maybe 8 people. So it'll be like parents and children. So what we do is I do have a case manager above me who would take care of all the documentation and like scheduling airport pickups, like where they would stay to quarantine. Also we do like contacting possible US ties because we do a lot of cases with people who have relatives that are already here that came from previous years. And once we're able to do that, when they get here, since they live in a hotel, that's where the food comes in. We have to do grocery shopping for them and get them stuff that they would use at the hotel. Because some of them do not necessarily go straight to the US ties. Or even if they have to go to the US ties, we still offer the option of getting the US ties the money to buy the food, or we go buy the food directly for them.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's where we would like look for specific grocery stores that had like foods for people who are from specific places. So like most Asian food stores have food like people that come from Africa are able to eat, or they would find their varieties.
Okay.
Or also people from Asia. So that's where we do the grocery shopping. And some of the basic stuff like beans, rice, you can get those at like Sunfresh or Walmart.
Yeah. Interesting. Any kind of story that you can tell about they were in a very tough situation and you helped them out of it, or anything like that?
From the first position that I had, we were also helping people who didn't have businesses establish a business. So I do remember one case of a lady from, I think she was from Somalia. She had been here for a couple of years and she was working in the cleaning business. So she cleaned offices and businesses with a partner. But she was looking to start her own business, sort of independent and like a sole proprietorship. So what we did was helped her with actually registering the business because she didn't even know how to do that. So like going online, registering with the state, registering with IRS. And also like we helped her create like business cards for her business, create flyers. We also worked with mentors who connected her to like events that there was a specific event at MCC where they were like meeting small businesses where she could get potential clients. We also like bought for her like cleaning supplies because she was starting off and she didn't have much. So we bought cleaning supplies for her. And I think that was really cool. And that stood out for me because she actually was able through the whole process. She was the only person that was able to actually establish a new business that did not own a previous business.
Okay.
So I think that was kind of a big milestone for that program at that time.
Once you graduate in December, what are your plans?
Well, I'm planning to stay and hopefully get a position with Catholic Charities. I'm really passionate about working with refugees and working in nonprofit. I really think you can make a difference anywhere, but I felt like there's more impact working with people directly. I do not diminish people who like sell products or services. They also impact people in a different way. But I feel I do have a special heart with impacting people that are starting at fresh, coming to a new country where they do not know the language, they do not know the culture, and they've been through trauma, some too much, some little. So I think being an immigrant myself in this country, I can kind of give a perspective of what that's like and give hope, because like we do have families that come with kids that are college age, so they're looking like, is it possible for me to go to college? Do I have to start learning English? And just telling them that I've been there, like the past 4 years, that's what it's been like for me. Just coming here, learning a new culture, and even though I have an advantage of knowing English, just giving them hope that you can learn English and you can be able to go to school and achieve your dreams, because you've kind of been given a second chance, like a new chapter to begin. And also even for the little kids who like have to go to school, and for the parents as well, like whatever struggles you've been through, things are gonna change here. Things are gonna be different here. There's democracy, and also like since you get all the, what do we call them? You get all the rights as a citizen here, because you get Social Security. You can apply for citizenship after a number of years, so you kind of get a new beginning. So yeah, I really like that, just the growth part of it.
And are you still a citizen of Tanzania?
Yes, I am a citizen.
What about family? Do you have any immediate family here?
Yes, actually, I'm married. I've been married for a year, going into 2 now. Got married last February.
Congrats.
Thank you. And also, I do have a brother here as well. He came this summer. Yeah.
Okay. And did you meet your partner here, or?
Yes, I met him here. He graduated from UMPC, and he's working now. Yeah, we're both citizens of Tanzania.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But you met him here?
Yes. And funny enough, we're neighbors back home, but we never met.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you meet here?
So he went to school with my sister. So when I was coming here, my sister just told him like, "Oh, my little sister's gonna come over there. Just like nudge her in the right direction. Take care of her if you can." But when I got here, he didn't know it was me. So he helped me with like getting rides, because when I got here, I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a car, and it was in the fall semester of 2017. So I was never like experienced fall before. It was really cold for me. Never experienced winter. And he had a car, so he took me around, like kind of showed me around, like this is how you get on the bus. This is where you buy your groceries. This is where you open a debit card account and stuff like that. So he showed me around a little bit, and yeah.
Interesting. That's a good story. Are there any professors here that have kind of helped you along the way here at Rockhurst that will kind of help you moving forward too?
Dr. Rinella has been very helpful. I took her class when I started here in spring of 2020, and she kind of, I knew the opportunity of Catholic Charities through her, and I think that has been really helpful. But also, I have worked with Christina Wendlin. I don't know if she counts as a professor from Career Services. And she has helped me really understand the whole idea of like working on internship, professionalism. She's taught me about LinkedIn and like how you can put your profile, how you can like go in and follow the network of alumni from Rockhurst. She also came to class one time and taught us about a Hawks link, where you can sign up and like be able to get mentorship from alumni who work in different companies. So that was really helpful. Dr. Samonte, she's the head of the Peace and International Studies Department.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she has like really good information. She's very encouraging. I do have an independent study class with her right now, and I'm doing a research paper, and we kind of meet every 2 weeks. And she's like really helpful in encouraging me to like finish strong and just like what to look forward to in terms of like what I can do with my master's and the Peace and International Studies degree. She's really giving me good insights. So
Okay. So what will your degree be in then? Will it be economics or will it be the international?
So I'm a double major. I don't know
Okay.
if they award you two degrees or one. I'm not really
It's
sure.
one, but when you list it on resumes and stuff, you list them both.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think they're gonna give me a bachelor's in economics.
Okay.
So special thanks to Beatrice for taking the time to talk to us and for all she's doing with Catholic Charities, representing her family and Rockhurst in a great way, helping others. Love the fact that she's got such a heart for helping refugees who are coming into the U.S. Thank you to you as well for listening. We hope that if you haven't subscribed already to the RockCast, that you would on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the major podcast carriers. So for Bree and Sydney and Daniel and Katya, who couldn't be here due to finals, this is Chad Schnarr. Have a great week, everyone. And if we don't have another episode before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we will talk to you soon.